So welcome, come on in, say hello once you get here. If you are new here and you're seeing us for the first time, I'm Christy with Christy's Craft Room.
I'm not.
That's my husband, Tim. He hangs out here in the craft room with me. He mostly is on the computer. He watches the comments, he puts links in there for you guys, he helps answer questions, and he just hangs out and has a good time with us. So come on in, say hello once you get here, and we're gonna get crafty. We're gonna do like an everyday kind of craft. You could call it a Valentine's Day craft, but I really think it's more everyday because the colors we're using, but it definitely could help you transition from like through the winter, from Christmas to Valentine's Day. It'll be a great transition piece. So come on in and let's do it. Let's do it. I'll tell you all what we're gonna be using. Can you refresh the chat? Because I think it's, oh, is it starting to pop up? Hello, Miles the Monster over on YouTube. And for those of you that don't know, if you're watching on Facebook, we are also on YouTube. We go live on YouTube as well. And it's great to be subscribed over there too, because like remember a couple weeks ago when Facebook like was down for the day and it crashed? Well, we still went live that day because we were planning to go live and we didn't want to not go live. So we just went live over on YouTube. So make sure you're following us or subscribe to us over there as well, okay? Can you refresh that chat when you get a chance? Because it's not showing me the comments, y'all. It's not showing me nothing yet. And I don't know why. Oh, there they are. I'm like, I know there's got to be comments. Our friends aren't that quiet. Y'all are chatty like me.
Because it was only showing YouTube.
Oh,
I had to
okay.
click it over to multi-stream.
Hello, Miss Carol, Miss Catherine, Miss Patty, Miss Chris, Miss Lavada, Miss Linda, Miss Amanda, Miss Gail, and Candace, and Kimberly, and Tama, and Diane, and Mel, and Spirit Rider. Hello, Chris from Howell, Michigan. Yeah, so I knew y'all were there. I just wasn't seeing you. I'm like, they're awfully quiet today. They're not usually this quiet. They like to talk like I do.
Ruth, where's it at? Ruth Bardis.
I might have already, oh, right there. Well, I can't believe you came to Pennsylvania 20 minutes from me, but I was too sick to stalk you guys at the Springs. Oh man, well, I hope you're feeling better now. You guys, we had an amazing time in Pennsylvania.
But here's the thing.
We had some bumps along the way.
That's an understatement. But we really didn't spend a whole lot of time like down at the main lodge area.
No.
Because
no, if you tried to stalk us, you probably wouldn't have found us anyways. Because we really weren't in like the main area.
No, we were out, you know, we were out skiing. It was like our cabin was at the top of the mountain. Yep. So we were skiing in, skiing out. We didn't have to, you know,
we didn't even have to go into the lodge with all the craziness and the chaos.
They were busy. Well, the first time we were there, they weren't too bad because it was night skiing. But then the 28th and 29th, they were busy. They
were really busy those days. But we pretty much stayed on the slopes those days. But then the last 2 days, there was a lot of rain, so we chose to kind of do some things kind of more down by the lodge area. So we did hang out there a little bit. But y'all, it was a blast.
It was a blast.
We definitely made a lot of memories, and there were some bumps. Yeah,
some bumps.
Some bumps. Yeah, it was kind of one of those trips where, listen, it all could have been.
It could have been
worse, but there were definitely bumps, and it was like if it could go wrong, it felt like at moments. When my boot was soaking wet, that was a moment, and the VIP group probably saw me at not my most shining moment, because we were recording a video at the time when I discovered my boots were wet, and I like tossed my boot to the side. I'm like, my boots are soaked. It wasn't my most shining moment. I was at that point, I was like, if it could go wrong, it's like, seriously, does everything have to be happening like what? So we'll share some of our stories while we're crafting today, and kind of fill you in. The VIP group pretty much has the whole lowdown of the whole trip.
Yeah,
we posted more videos than we've ever posted on a trip. Like we literally did basically every day a daily recap for them. Of what we did, and it was super fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you liked that. But we're going to share some of the stories with you guys here because you guys might not have heard of all the stories. We did go live and share a few of the stories, but It was crazy. But let me tell you what we're using first, okay?
Yeah, what are we doing today
So
anyway?
we are making a leaner sign. We're gonna use the boards this way. These are from the wood pile section at Hobby Lobby. Normally it's $12.99. You get 4 boards. I already used one for this craft right here. This is one we made with the simple swap frames. Remember that before Christmas? We did that one. So I have 3 boards left. And of course you buy them when they're on sale. Don't pay full price for them. Always buy them on sale when the wood pile section goes on sale for like 40% off. All right, so we're gonna use one of those today. And then we're going to use, I have 2 of the short construction shims. And then I have 5 Jenga blocks from Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to use, I don't know how many, probably 2.
You need my knife?
I don't know, maybe. I might need your knife. Thank you, babe. Thank you. I'm probably gonna use 2 of these, maybe 1. I don't know. Probably 2. Probably 1, but I'll take out 2 just in case. Just in case. But I am also putting all these pieces and everything that I'm using, I'm gonna gift to someone today. I can't send you the board because I don't have a box big enough to ship this board. Otherwise I would send you the board because I have them, but I don't have anything to put them in. Even our shipping, our larger bags are not big enough for these. They're too long. But
Can I have my knife?
yes, but I'm going to send you all of this stuff to somebody who's watching today. And we have this fun little, I'll hand it to you in a second. Sorry, babe. This fun little hanging little pendant doohickey thing from Dollar Tree. I don't know if your Dollar Tree has them. Mine doesn't have them anymore. Actually, mine never had them. I bought them at the neighboring Dollar Tree in the neighboring city. But I will send somebody all of these things and we'll pick someone right here at the end of the live. All you have to do is share the video, let us know that you did, and we will choose someone to send this to right at the end of this live. So if you can't stay for the whole thing, make sure you come back and check and see if you got picked, okay? All right, so we are going to spell out a word. We could do home. We could do love. Those are both easy words to do. We're gonna use the little, it's called wooden tassel wall decor. But it's like a little, what are these called? Oh Lord, y'all, what are these called? Medallion? Is that called a medallion? Like this little medallion round piece. Okay, let me hold it so y'all can see it. The light is glaring a little bit bright, so it might be hard to see. But isn't that pretty? Oh, so we're gonna use that.
I know what it's called. I can see the word in front of my head.
Not a medallion? Someone tell me what they're called. Y'all have to know. Someone here's got to know. Y'all are smart. Y'all are smarty pants here. Smarter than me some days.
The root says it's a medallion.
Medallion, okay.
There's a...
I'm going to pull the tassels off. Save them.
Yeah, save those tassels for later.
You never know. You might want them again later. So save them. And then get all the little hairs from my twine off of there. All right, so that is ready to go.
Well, they're all saying medallion's right.
Okay, so there we go. There we go.
That's what we'll go with.
I'm gonna go with love because we're getting so close to Valentine's Day, and are y'all like me where when you take all your Christmas stuff down, all of a sudden your house feels bare, naked, empty, boring. It feels cold. It doesn't feel as warm and cozy anymore. So I like to
No, that was just last night.
So I like to throw in a lot of, yeah, when our furnace wasn't working again last night, yeah, that was cold. I like to throw in a lot of wintry things between Phyllis. Christmas and springtime. I'm not a big reds and pinks decorating Valentine's. I like a lot of neutrals and just splash a little Valentine's mixed in with some winter. It's more winter and then I splash in a little bit of Valentine's, okay? So this will go perfect with that. If you were kind of in the same page. If you wanted to paint all these bright red and pink, you can too. You make it the way you like it, but we're going very farmhouse neutral with this, okay? So I'm gonna do the paint stir stick. And we are gonna make an L with that.
What the L?
What the L? We are gonna make an L with that. So I'm gonna do that.
Candace says that's when she puts her snowman stuff up.
Yep. I'm gonna do this probably, I can tell you exactly. 3 3/4 inches long is kind of where we're starting.
We have Miss Phyllis as a newbie over on YouTube.
Welcome, Miss Phyllis. I hope you enjoy what you see here. If you do, make sure you ring that bell so you get your notifications on YouTube and hit that subscribe button if you like what you're seeing here. If you don't like what you're seeing here, then by all means, don't do all that. Don't do all that. Carol says, I use those medallions on my box pumpkins that we did in the VIP bonus craft night. They are versatile. Yes, we did use these in our, let me show you, our VIP group for our bonus craft night. We did the square ones, but Carol said she found the round ones and used them. So these are some of the other ones that you can get at Dollar Tree. These little medallions on the front were the same thing. We made these pumpkins in the fall. So yes, you can use them for a lot. So if you spot these at your Dollar Tree, grab up a few because you can use them for a lot of different things. I'm just trimming it a little bit straighter. I'm just using some side cutters. Side cutters with this double spring action that have that little hinge there are gonna be your friend because it gives you a little more power when you're cutting. I just learned that. Tim just taught me that actually not too long ago. This one I'm gonna do 1, 2, like 2 3/4 inches long. Some of y'all like the exact measurements, and I don't blame you. I'd probably be that way too. I'd be like,
I just like the way he had measured it. Oh, there's actually.
Do you think I just made that up?
Yeah,
1,
I thought
2 3/4.
you were just making that up.
Oh, if I was making it up, I'd be about 2 inches or about 3 inches. I don't know if I'd be 2
I didn't realize there was actually.
Yeah, it's
a ruler on it.
Yeah, it's a paint stir stick, so it's got.
Yeah, but usually paint stir sticks don't have those.
Oh, these ones do. These ones do. Okay. So we got our L. I think we're gonna do it that way, a little bit taller. We'll see. We may switch it and do it that way. Nope.
No.
No, we'll definitely do it that way. It looks better that way.
Oh,
I could have done my bottom
up and down.
longer. Yeah, I'm doing like a tall leaner.
Oh,
a tall
okay.
leaner.
All right.
So that's our L. We've got our O. We need a V, so I'm going to use the paint, the shims, and make a V out of that. So I'm going to cut them yay long. Yeah, yay
Awesome,
long.
Linda. She said, first decision of the new year I made was to finally join the VIP group.
I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm going to tell you all a little secret.
Oh, crap.
The VIP group price was supposed to go up on the 1st. It hasn't gone up yet, okay? I haven't gotten a chance to make the adjustments yet, okay? I have to manually go in and set all that up, and I haven't had a chance.
Oh,
so, you can still get in at the $42 a month if you want to, okay? You didn't miss that chance.
You're lucky 2 days.
Sorry, or you're welcome, I don't know.
What is today?
So
Today the 2nd or the 3rd?
Today's the 3rd already.
It's your lucky 3rd day, 3 days.
Yeah, and I just haven't gotten a chance to, wait, this was the one I was using. This was the length. Yeah, so I haven't gotten a chance to do it yet, so y'all can still get in at $42.
And once you're in at that, you're locked in.
You're locked in. If the price ever goes up again, when the price does go up, you'll still be locked in at $42, okay? But, yeah.
Linda says she snuck in on the 1st.
Whoop, whoop, yeah. I was like, I saw a couple come through and I was like, their lucky day. They're probably like, whoop, whoop, what? How did I get it out? Whoop. Yep, so lucky day. Lucky day. Yeah, so I'll probably get to that tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah. Renee says, so I saw some of your live videos when you were on your ski trip. Did it end up being a fun trip after all the crazy things that happened? Yes, we had an absolute blast.
It was so fun. It was so fun. Despite the crazy things that were happening.
Everything.
So let me tell you, let's talk about some of the things that happened. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be hard to craft and to talk about all the things. But I'm gonna start painting here in a minute, so that'll be easier for me to share the stories. Okay, so you kind of see the picture. We got the love happening, and I used different pieces of wood to try and give it a different feel for each one. So I only ended up needing to use one of the paint stir sticks, but I'll still send whoever we gift the stuff to 2 of them, so you'll have 2. So I'm gonna paint these with some white chalk paint.
I just
Move that.
posted a link for the VIP group.
Okay.
it'll take you, it'll explain it to you and tell you everything that's involved in it.
It'll say join here, and you click on that, and that'll take you through the to sign up. But it has all the information of all the details of what's included, all the extra bonuses you get in the group, all the details there for you.
It's a lot of fun.
So.
Yeah, her suitcase was found in our bedroom, right where she left it.
Right where I left it. Right, and I did unpack it. I thought about leaving it packed because I have a trip coming up in a couple weeks for my mastermind meeting, but it's kind of different clothing. Like, my suitcase was almost all yoga pants, sweatshirts, flannels, layering t-shirts.
How is that any different than what you wear all the time?
Well, I'll take jeans. I'll probably take a dress or two, so we'll probably go out to dinner. Plus, we're going to Palm Springs area, so it's going to be much warmer. So I don't need winter layers. I need a little bit more for warmer weather.
Tama says, how would you rate Seven Springs?
Oh, Seven Springs was... We loved it. We loved it. Now listen, you have to understand, we are not coming from Colorado. We are not coming from these big, huge mountains. We are coming from Michigan, the little foothills that we call mountains,
yes.
Okay? There's Mount in the name, Mount Brighton, Boyne Mountain, Mount Holly.
Boyne Mountain's pretty big, but still it's
still much smaller. Yeah. So for us, it was like a big old playground for us. We had
absolutely so much fun.
Tim even got me on a couple blue hills.
And I will say
blue runs.
If you're a skier and you're looking for somewhere to go, I highly recommend you go to Seven Springs. I highly recommend it. We had an absolute blast.
It was nice. They had a lot for the green and the blue hills, but then they also had several options for like the more experienced, like black diamonds. Tim found himself on a black diamond the very first night we were there.
Here's the thing. Here at home, at our home hill, Mount Brighton, I ski the blacks, the black diamonds. I ski them.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like those black diamonds.
Yeah, we learned. That's one thing that we learned. We learned a blue there, or a green here. Wait, how to say this? A green there is, a blue here is equivalent to their green. Their greens are a little bit more advanced than our
their greens are closer to our blues.
Yeah. So, and then the blues are more like whatever the next color would be.
Well, our blues are more like their greens. Our blacks are more like their blues.
Like green is the easiest slope you can go on.
Yeah.
And then it goes to blue. Aren't there like other colors in between, or does it go right to black?
It's green, blue, black diamond, and then double black diamond.
Okay. So yeah, so it's definitely a different level of skiing, but we had so much fun. I technically only fell once. I kind of bailed the first time. The second time I definitely was like sliding down the hill. It was my first time going on a blue, and I panicked. It was purely me panicking.
She tried blaming it on me.
He got too close to me.
We have video footage because we were. I think she was wearing the Insta360.
I still argue that he was too close to me.
No.
I still argue that. We even watched it, and he was too close for my comfort. See, for me, it's not about the hills. Like, yeah, the hills are challenging and it's scary, but there was nobody around me. I think I could attempt almost any hill. It's the people coming, and I'm afraid I'm going to cut someone off and they're going to crash into me. I'm afraid I'm going to like not be able to stop and crash into somebody else. That's my fear, is the people. So when we get into high traffic areas, I get really nervous. And when Tim likes to ski behind me. He's that very protective husband where like he'll walk behind me. He likes to have me in his sight, so if I fall, if something happens to me, he sees it right away, right? Like when we were riding the scooters in Bermuda, he wanted to be behind me because he wanted to make sure I was good and not getting lost or wiping out or something, right? So he likes to ride behind me. The problem is he rides behind me and I hear the shh, shh, of the skis. You know, whenever you're like cutting hard, you hear that, especially when it's a real, when it starts cooling off at night, and the ski gets it's harder and it's noisier, so you hear that. So I hear that and I feel like he's really close to me. Or the other thing is, when at night, all the trails, they have a lot of lit trails and they're open late at night, which is a nice thing as well. But when you're skiing down a hill and you're going past a light and you get on the other side of that light, all of a sudden you see the shadows behind you of the people behind you. And then you don't realize they feel like they're closer to you because the shadows are really close to you. So it makes me nervous. So we were going down my very first blue hill there, blue slope. And Tim came up alongside me and I could hear him. And then he was like felt like he was right next to me. I'm like, you're too close to me. Like I literally yelled, you're too close to me. And don't get that close. And then we had to make a hard turn. And there were a lot of people like, I don't really get it. I get it, but I don't get it. A lot of people like to stop on the turns and just sit there. And I'm like, why are we just sitting here? Like we're creating a traffic jam and now we have to maneuver around you. I like to go wide on the turns. Well, when people stop at the turns, they stand in that wide area. So I can't go wide. I have to go and cut it tight. And I don't like to cut it tight because it's usually a steeper slope there. Tim likes to take the corners short. I like to take them wide. So I couldn't go wide. So I'm already like in panic mode. I couldn't go wide. So I had to go in short and it was like a boom, like dang near straight drop off there. And I just started to go and I'm just like, I'm laying on the ground and I started sliding. I didn't slide too far though. Probably only like 5 feet. It wasn't too bad, but it was fun. It was fun. At night it does get icy. It does. I like a nice slushy snow. I like a nice slow snow. I like when the sun is beating down on it. I like when the rain is drizzling on it and making it nice and slushy. That's like perfect for me because I like to go slow. Tim likes to go like a wild man and go fast. So the very first night he got to experience their black diamonds.
Yes.
And he realized real quick their black diamonds are not the same as our black diamonds.
No.
So we didn't get to go snow tubing. We thought about doing it the one day when it was rainy, but it was closed. So we couldn't do it. Otherwise we would have. But we do love snow tubing. Snow tubing is fun. And then literally the day that we left, they got like, what was it, 9 inches of snow?
No, 2 days after we left.
Okay, 2 days after we left.
They got 9 inches of snow.
9 inches of snow. They're like totally covered in snow right now. And I'm like, man.
If it wasn't 6 hours, I'd go back.
We'd go back. I know, we would love to go back, but it's not a close trip for us. So I don't know how often we'll get there, but we loved it. We loved it. So that was the first night Tim went down the Black Diamond. He wiped out.
Broke my snow go.
Broke his snow go. He was still able to use it.
I was still able to use it, so the parts are supposed to be coming in on Monday.
But they were trying to get to another green hill, and they were trying to cut across the mountain, and they took a wrong turn.
Yeah.
And they ended up on a Black Diamond, and they all wiped out. Trevor tells the story pretty funny. Trevor's pretty good, because Trevor tells it from his perspective. He was in front of Tim.
He was the first one to go.
So he went down, and he was like, kind of like, you know, stopped and was good. But then he's like looking, because he knew they were all behind him.
He fell.
Well, right, he fell and stopped, and he was good. He wasn't really hurt or anything.
No.
Like, his fall wasn't too bad. So he knows they're all coming, so he looks back, he's watching. He's like, all of a sudden I see Dad, boom, 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 coming down. So he kind of reached out.
Well, I made it a little ways before
He did.
And then I sat back, and there was some moguls on the hill. And
which is like the bumps, the little boops that people like.
One of my skis caught one of the moguls, and I went head over tea kettle.
Yeah, it was. And Trevor, I like his version because he's like, I looked up and I see Dad coming, and I figure, well, maybe I can help him. So he reached out and reached to grab his leg to try to slow him down, and I don't know if it slowed him down or not.
No.
But he tried. He made an attempt. But Adam fell. Jake fell.
Oh yeah.
We all
fell.
They all went down. And Tim had some boo-boos to show for it afterwards.
Oh yeah.
So
Still do.
yeah.
They'll heal.
Yep. Let's see what else happened. So then the first night we knew the rain was coming, so we weren't supposed to ski the first night. But we decided last minute, let's get the afternoon tickets. Let's leave early in the morning, get there, get in our cabin, and then we will rent, or we'll go ahead and get lift tickets for the evening pass. So we did that. We get there, we unload the car, we're just going about our business, and then that's when Tim comes in and says, Chrissy, where's your suitcase? And as soon as he said that, I instantly knew. There was no like, oh, it's in the car, we gotta look for it. No, I instantly knew. I'm like, it is in our bedroom at home still. I didn't bring it. I never brought it downstairs. So I had no clothes. I literally had what I was wearing on my back. That's it. What I had on my back was what I had.
Get ready, guys. I'll grab some names here in a minute.
I'm going to sand the edges of these a little bit, and then I'm probably going to come in with a little bit of antique wax just to darken up
Hobby
the
Lobby
wood.
is 90% off.
Ooh, I might need to get to Hobby Lobby. I need some surfaces.
I know that I have to go to Myers.
Oh, well, we may just have to. We may
Not
just
the
have to
23
venture
mile. I gotta go
out.
to the 26.
No, we may have to be venturing out.
Well, we sent out the text. I know I got it.
So we went and did some shopping. We didn't find much, but I found enough to get me by. The kids were gracious enough. They all got new wool socks for Christmas. They each got a pack of socks in their stockings for Christmas. So they were all letting me borrow socks. Unfortunately, the boys' socks were all way too big for me and falling down in my boots, but we made it work.
Dawn says funny but not funny.
I know, funny but not funny. So we went to the local shops the next morning. I was able to get like some base layers and some wool socks and enough to get me by. And I just did laundry every day until we finally made it to Walmart, and I finally was able to get a pack of clean underwear and not have to wash them every single day.
Yeah.
Laundry was getting old, that's for sure.
All right, we have Melissa Streeter, Billy Pegram Renfro, Laura Kriskunas, Sylvia Torres Kagoy, Patty Campbell, Judy Phillips, Cheryl Dupuy, and Suzanne Brown.
But some of y'all were so sweet. I had several people who live in the area that were like, I can bring you stuff. Let me know if you need anything. Like, you guys were amazing. You guys were awesome. So it definitely was appreciated. But we made it work. We made do. So then that first night after we went skiing, we realized I didn't have my suitcase. We came back and we just crashed. We all just went to bed and just crashed.
Yeah.
Until we heard the crash. Until we heard the crash. That wasn't the first crash we heard. VIP didn't even hear the second crash story yet from the last night there. Yeah, the guy that was trying to break into our place.
Yeah.
They saw a little clip of it, but they didn't get the story yet.
Well, he wasn't really trying to break into our place.
We'll tell more about that in a minute. It sounded like he was.
Oh yeah, it sounded like he was trying to come through the wall.
So we wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Tim woke up before me. Tim heard the commotion and woke up. I woke up to Tim getting out of bed and going to the bathroom. I do think it's funny that Tim got up and went to the bathroom before he went to investigate the crash and the noise.
I woke up and I had to go, the noise woke me up and I had to go pee.
Like, I heard him go into the bathroom and I'm laying there awake, hear him in the bathroom, and then I hear him say...
Well, at first, I thought it was just someone tripping over something and running into the wall.
So I hear him... That's
what I thought.
I hear him say from the bathroom, because it was kind of like a Jack and Jill bathroom where the boys were and where we were, y'all okay in there?
Because I heard the commotion afterwards.
I'm like, y'all okay
I
in
just
there?
thought someone, tripped over something and ran into the door.
I'm like, y'all okay in there? Like, what's going on? And then he goes in there and he opens the door and you just hear commotion. So I'm like, my first instinct, I better grab my phone for this. That's literally my first instinct. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, Tim's got whatever's going on handled. This sounds like something I want to videotape. So I grab my phone and I start walking in there videotaping. And then I stopped because I realized Jake was in a very precarious situation. He was like wedged between the mattress and the wall. Adam's down underneath the bed. So the top bunk Jake was sleeping in crashed down and landed on top of Adam. The whole bed kind of went sideways and came down and landed on Adam. And so of course we were all wide awake for a while after that. It was like, what the heck? So we then get that all situated. You know, we contacted the host, and you know, they sent someone the next day to fix it. And I mean, it was a fix.
Yeah.
Jake was like, I don't trust that fix, and Jake was not getting.
He's like, I don't care if it's fixed or not. I am not getting back in that bunk bed.
He's like, I don't trust it. I'm not getting in that bed. I'm coming in now with a little bit of antique wax on a diaper wipe, and then I'll kind of wipe off the excess.
But it was the top bunk was like laying on Adam.
Yeah, it was. It could have been really bad. It could have been really bad, but it was not nearly as bad as it could have been. You know, everybody was okay in the end, and that's what mattered. So, they came and they fixed it. They had a trundle bed that Jake ended up sleeping on. He's like, yeah, I'll sleep this far off the ground. I'm not sleeping in a bunk bed. Not happening. Don't trust it. So, so that was that.
Yeah.
And then, what else?
Well, the next day, just a lot of skiing.
A lot of skiing the next day. The next day was pretty uneventful. We played games, we skied, we had a ton of fun. And then I think that was the night we went live with you guys, possibly. My niece came and visited us. Turns out she lives, I mapped it to the town she lives in, but it said it was like 2 hours away, and I was like, oh, you know, that's not happening. Turns out she was only an hour away, so she came and hung out with us one evening and played games with us. So that was a lot of fun getting to see her, and I'm sure it was nice for her too, because you know, this was her first year not being home for Christmas. She went home to celebrate Christmas before Christmas, so I'm sure she probably enjoyed having some family nearby during the holidays. So they came and hung out, we played games, had a ton of fun with her, and our very last night there, we're laying in bed, and we would keep our snow-goes outside locked up. We have like bike locks for them, and
cable locks,
yeah. So like you would use for a bike. So we had those on them, but I kept hearing sounded like metal crashing against, like poles or something crashing against itself or against each other. And I'm like, Tim, do you hear that? And he's listening, and he didn't really hear it. So we walk out around to the living room, to the front door to start looking, because we couldn't see that from our door in our room. And Tim didn't want to just walk outside, you know, so he came around to the other door. And Jake's sitting in the living room, and I'm like, did you hear that? And he's like, yeah, I heard that. And Tim's like, oh, I didn't hear anything. And Jake's like, no, it was really loud. Like, yeah, I heard that. And it sounded like someone was trying to steal our snow-goes or trying to get into our cabin. So we look, we don't see anything, we can't find anything, there's nothing outside. Tim goes outside, he looks, there's nothing. We go back to bed. And Tim's like, well, maybe it was really windy that night. So he's like, maybe it's the lifts, because we were very close to one of the lifts. He's like, maybe it's the way with the lift parked.
Because it was windy out.
Yeah, maybe the wind is blowing one of the chairs and it's clanking against, you know, the post or something, you know, or the building or something, you know. So I'm like, whatever, okay, we go to bed. Well, then we hear it again. I'm like, that is really loud. That is really close sounding. So we get up and we start looking again. And we open the door, and then we hear it again. And it was right there, right next to our door. Yeah, we had a possum that was enjoying the leftovers from our chicken that we cooked on the grill.
Well, the drippings and...
He was up underneath the grill, holding on to the little bar, getting his little nose up by the grill part, trying to get all the little leftovers that were dripping down from the grill. I know Bear would have been worse, right? So it was just a little possum. So Tim took a video of it, or I took a video of it, and then Tim's the one that got close to get the video of it underneath there, because I wasn't getting that close. At one point I was like standing by the door and like it made this big loud noise and I like screamed. I'm like, if he runs, I said, you're being trapped out here. You're getting locked out here because I am not letting that thing inside. Like if that thing starts coming towards us, the door is closing and you are going to be outside with it. So good luck, honey.
But that's the thing. It's a possum. It's not.
No, he's.
If I'm not hurting it, it ain't coming after me.
Yeah, no, I know, but I was like, what if he felt trapped because he was, you know, like right in the grill and it's kind of in a corner and. You never know. They're wild animals, right? You never know. He was super cute. He was very cute.
Possums are cute.
He was very cute. Very cute. All right, so let's lay this out and see how we like it. That's not the one I'm using. Where'd mine go? Oh, right there. All right. L-O-V. Spread them out a little bit. And let's do our E. Now I'm kind of tucking.
Yeah, the chicken was good because it was.
Oh, the chicken was really good.
It was garlic parmesan.
Yeah, it was
chicken.
from one of the local meat market, and they had like pre-marinated it. Oh,
well, I stopped there on my way.
Did you get some more?
No, I got something different. Garlic parmesan. I think I got herb parmesan. There's the herb and garlic.
Garlic makes everything better, so I'm like woohooing if it's garlic anything. All right, what do we think? What do we think? I think it's cute. It's very simple, but it's very cute.
Well, that's $49.95 at Hobby Lobby.
I know, right? Right? A bit pricey
I'm sorry,
at Hobby Lobby.
$69.95 at Hobby Lobby, but it'd be on 20% discount.
40%. We go on sale for 40%. Don't forget, all the embellishments that I'm using, I'm going to gift to somebody. So all you have to do is share the video, let us know in the comments that you did, because I know these medallions can be hard to get. So those especially, you're going to...
Yeah, possums are cool.
They are. They're harmless. They're good for your yards.
They're immune to rabies. If I remember correctly, they're immune to rabies and they eat ticks.
Oh, because I kept saying it might have rabies. I said it might have rabies.
If I remember correctly, I believe they're immune to rabies. And,
I think you might be right. I feel like
I know they eat ticks.
I feel like I did hear that.
So.
Yeah, they mark it up and then put it on sale. Yep.
Jennifer says you both should write a book about you, your business, family fun adventure.
Y'all, it's always something. And we didn't even really talk much. We mentioned it on our live that we almost didn't even have a vehicle to get there because the rental company that we rented our van through decided last minute they don't have a van for us. And they offered to give us 2 minivans. And I'm like, I don't want 2 minivans. We don't want to drive. Like, the whole point is us all to be in one car together, you know, to have 2 drivers, to be able to take turns. But it turns out he drove the whole way anyways. But if we had 2 minivans, I would have had to drive the whole way, and I really didn't want to do that. I really didn't want to do that.
It really wasn't a bad drive.
It wasn't bad. And I really stayed awake the whole way there. I actually worked the whole way there.
Well, yeah.
Stuff. Worked on some Craft Night in a Box stuff. But...
Yeah, I don't remember you falling asleep on the way.
No, I only slept for maybe 20 minutes, half hour on the way home. It really was not that bad. But, yeah.
You sure about that?
I'm positive about that. I know.
Because I'm not.
I'm positive.
I think you slept more than that.
No, I didn't. I took 1 nap. I took
2.5 hours.
It was not 2.5 hours. You are telling stories now.
Oh, no, you were snoring good.
Well, yeah, for like 20 minutes.
No.
It was not that long, I promise.
Tony, nope, can't stand her.
Can't stand
Tony
who?
Tony says you two are in love, am I right? Nope, can't stand her.
Just a little bit.
Nope,
just
can't
a
stand
little
her.
bit. Well, I love him. He may not love me all the time, but I love him. Uh-oh, my glue sticks. Oh, wait, I do have some. Yes, we are in love, very much so. Right? Laura says, Christy doesn't sleep. See, I don't sleep much, so I had to catch up a little bit.
When she is a passenger princess.
I am a passenger princess. I will own that 1,000%.
And
I do not like to drive.
Even when we're going to Myers or Hobby Lobby, that's only a half hour away. She will snooze.
I I do not.
You do so.
You are so telling stories
I
now.
am not.
Only if it's been like a really, really long week or a long day or something like that. I won't snooze the whole way there and back. I might take a little nap on the way back.
Oh, you take a nap on the way there too?
No, I don't,
Yes,
y'all. He
you
is
do.
so fibbing.
I am not.
You are such a fibber right now.
I am not.
He is fibbing.
If I'm lying, I'm dying.
You're dying. We're all dying. So you're lying. You're fibbing.
Get ready, folks. I'm gonna grab some names here in a minute.
But I will own the fact that I am a passenger princess, and I do prefer when he drives, for
And
sure.
she will sleep every time we get in that car.
I do not. You are so fibbing. You tell them you're
no,
fibbing.
I am
he
not.
He is fibbing so badly.
Nope.
No. I'm usually out working on my phone. 9 times out of 10, I'm doing work. I'm looking for inspiration for ideas. I'm responding to comments. I'm creating a post.
Melissa, that's her. She says, I will if I can fall asleep. Any chance I get. There's no shame in that. No, there's not.
There's no shame in it, but he's fibbing.
I am
You
not.
are such a fibber. You are so lying. You are so lying. He is such a fibber, y'all. Such a fibber right now. He's fully fibbing.
Oh, I'm going to start taking pictures. I'm going to start taking videos every time, so there's a timestamp on it.
And it won't be every time.
It will be every
I
time.
promise you it won't be
If we're
every
going to Chesterfield, you're falling asleep.
No, I'm not. Y'all, he's such a fibber. He's such a fibber. If he keeps fibbing, I might say a different word pretty soon. My E's a little wonky. My E went a little wonky, but that's okay.
All right, we have Cheryl
I'm gonna
Doopy.
fix my E. I'm gonna show you how to fix it if you accidentally see my E's a little wonky. Hold on, sorry.
Yeah.
I want to straighten that out a little bit, so just hit it with the heat gun. It'll loosen up that glue, and you can pop it off and just re-glue it.
Jennifer Berry, Laura Kriskunis, Amy Middleton Hartman, Dawn Haig, Cindy Hartu Nicholas, Kimberly Kelly, and Tama Pienko.
And get it warmed up. I'll have
Happy
to
New Year, Diane.
fix the top one too. You don't want to heat it up so much that your glue starts to bubble. Just enough that you can pop it off, like so. Get rid of the excess glue. And then I'm gonna pop this one off too. I might have to heat this one still.
Crystal says, I just need to get a car, but I like to be the princess.
It is nice being the passenger princess, but I think Tim secretly likes to drive. I mean, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he's like, I don't feel like driving, and I'll drive. But most of the time, I think he likes to be in control of the steering wheel.
Yes.
He likes to drive most of the time. So it works. It works for us. But if he doesn't want to drive, he'll tell me. He'll be like, I don't want to drive. Can you drive? I'll be like, yeah. No problem. No problem. I'm gonna get that glue off of here. A little bit off of here. I'm gonna re-glue.
Angie says, my husband always tries. He says if he's gonna be unalived in a car, it'll be by his own hands.
Right. Tim it does like to be a passenger, a backseat driver when I do drive. Right? Do you like to point out the things that I do wrong? I do that to him sometimes too.
Yeah.
I try not to. But sometimes it's good. I've helped alert him to things that he didn't maybe see.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, well, I'm just gonna do it, and you get mad at me, but at least I know we're alive.
Cause see, I'm that person that when I drive, I love to see everything that's going on.
Oh my gosh, he looks at everything. I'm like, stop looking at the scenery. Stop being a rubbernecker. Just look at the road.
Nope, I gotta see it all.
Look at the road. So like if I see something coming and I see his head is kind of looking at the field, I'm like, damn! And now he used to get mad at me. He used to get like annoyed, but now he's like 9 times out of 10, he's like, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Laura says you did look comfy in the car, but your eyes were open when I saw you. Right.
That's because she took the picture.
Right after the picture, I probably fell asleep. All right, y'all, I think she's done. It is so, so simple, but so, so cute. Super, super fun.
Do the squirrels help you drive?
The squirrels. Let me turn this light down just a little bit so you don't get as much glare. Try that. It's that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't it pretty? Super simple. This is nice and tall piece you can put on your mantle if you need a little bit of height on your mantle. You can put it, you can put a hook on the back and you can hang it. This would be a good to fit between like 2 doors in your house if you have a long narrow space. It would fit in there. Super, super fun, super, super easy. And just to recap, the board came from Hobby Lobby.
From the lobby of Hobby.
It's a 4-pack for $12.99, a regular price, but of course, buy it on sale. And I used this little medallion from Dollar Tree for the O. I used 5 Jenga blocks for the E. I used 2 construction shims for the V, and I used a paint stir stick for the L. I'm gonna send 2 paint stir sticks. So somebody who's watching here today who shared the video and lets us know in the comments that you did on YouTube and on Facebook, we pull from both, they're all in one pool, and everyone's eligible. If you share it on both, you're in there twice, okay? But we're gonna ship this to somebody, and we're gonna pick that person right now. That way you can recreate this. And you can use any surface you want. Even if you have a square surface, you could do the L-O or L-O-V-E and do it like square as well if you can't find a larger long surface like this. Okay? All right, you ready?
For what?
To pick somebody.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta pick somebody.
All right.
All right, you ready,
better
y'all?
Call somebody.
All right, here we go. Scrolling.
Keep those names a rolling.
Scrolling.
A winner.
Scrolling. Stop.
Wow, that was quick.
In the name of love, before you break my heart. You're swimming in the, oh, we're all swimming in the same pool. I thought you were like really swimming right now. I was like, ooh, girl, look at you. Where are you? Yes, you're all swimming in the same pool of the bucket that we're pooling from. All right, ready? All right. He's got a name. He's got a name. It is Miss. Is that a you or?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's a you.
Okay. Miss, they have a U in their name. Do you have a U in your name? Somebody with a U in their name. It is Miss Judy. Miss Judy Phillips. Miss Judy Phillips. Oh, I'm trying to get it. There we go. Miss Judy. I'm really bad at this today. I need some practice. I haven't been live very often lately, y'all. Miss Judy Phillips. Send us an email. Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com.
Sharon Shush.
Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com. Send us an email and say, hey, I won the supplies for the Lovecraft. Here's my address. And give us your address and we'll get this shipped out to you. Totally free of cost to you, okay? Ooh, Kimberly's heading to Maine. Fun, enjoy. We want to go to Maine. Maine is a beautiful place. It'd be fun to go to someday.
Well, no, we were looking at Vermont.
Well, right, but Maine is.
We were looking for a ski trip. We were looking at Vermont.
He's just looking at all the places right now.
All the big places.
Yes. Yeah, Timum, I think. Can I tell them that story?
Which story?
The delete is coming.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So in one of the videos that we did for the VIP group this week, Tim and I both almost said something that would give away a hint of where the next KCR Live event is supposed to be, as long as everything falls into place. And we almost said something, and they were like, oh no, we're not gonna say anything, we're not gonna give anything away. And a lot of people were like guessing that maybe it was Pennsylvania. And Tim,
somebody had said something about Seven Springs.
Something about Seven Springs, Pennsylvania. And he thought they were talking about skiing.
Us going back there skiing again.
Yes, for another trip. And he's like, well, that's on our list or something like that, or it's on our short list or something to that effect. But they were actually talking about the live event. So I'm like, they're all going to think it's at Seven Springs now.
But it's not. It's not at Seven Springs.
It's not at Seven Springs. So
only talking about skiing.
Yes. But I'm like, Taylor's like, yeah, Tim said it was like on our list of places. And then I'm like, delete his comment. He's going to confuse everybody. They're going to be like, wait, but Tim said.
Yeah, we've been looking at places to ski for next Christmas.
Yes.
It's either...
it's not, our kids watch this and we haven't decided all the things yet.
Okay.
So we don't know where we're going yet. So I don't want to get their hopes up for things that might not happen. You know, or them having to convince us, right? You know how kids are. They get one little bug and they're like, ooh, yeah.
So there's a couple of bigger hills that are Vail properties.
So we don't know where it's so far away.
Yeah.
It's so far away, but we'll figure it out. But all right, guys, we're gonna hop off of here. Miss Judy, girl, send us the email, Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com. Say I won the supplies for the Lovecraft, and we will get these shipped out to you. And you can use them to make this, or you can use them for whatever you want. You can just take this little medallion and hang it and use it as is, because it is kind of cute, just as it is too. But you're gonna get all this other stuff.
But then you don't get the tassel.
You're gonna get all of it.
Yeah, but if you just use it like that, you don't get the tassel.
Oh my goodness, you and your tassels. I can't even. All right, we love you guys, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye, guys.